This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Fisher-Price Adventure People. So I when I was talking to you guys about the Glyos figures, and I told you how they were a love letter to the Micronauts and the Fisher-Price Adventure People. I knew I was going to have to do a video about both of those. So I did a Micronauts video, and now I thought I would finish the connection by showing off these Fisher-Price figures. I love these action figures. This one is my favorite, as you can tell, the Gorilla from the Safari set. Such a cool little figure. And he can go on all fours, or you can stand him up. Now, for a whole year, this was my Chewbacca figure. So after Star Wars came out in 77, the action figures didn't come out till 78. So for an entire year, this was my Chewbacca. But I love these figures. They're just cool. They're built really nice, really solid. Cool little sculpts on them. And like I've mentioned before, they don't really bust out with any set in stone, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys. They sort of just make these cool looking little characters and leave it up to the kids to figure out who they are, which I don't think they really do anymore. So that's my favorite. That's the Gorilla. This next one is super cool. He's X-Ray Man. And he's done in this neat translucent green. Do you guys remember these? Did you guys have any of these? Whenever I'm at a toy show or a thrift store or whatever, I always look for Fisher-Price Adventure People, and if they're not too expensive, I pick some up. I'm looking for an X-Ray Woman. I used to have her, but I don't have her anymore, so I need the girl to go along with this guy. So that's X-Ray Man. And Fisher-Price has been doing this thing where they have that Imaginext line of toys they do. And because probably everybody running the toy company now is of the same age, you know, like my age, they grew up with this stuff. So now that they're the ones in control, they are doing homage figures. And this is the homage to X-Ray Man. So he's got the same little, electronic sticker on his chest. And he's in a translucent green. It's a little more blue in it, though, than the older one. But it's a cool little throwback. You know, it's neat for people that grew up on the originals. And it comes with a little robot dog that's translucent also. Kind of looks like Frender from Kashern. So that's the old one and the new one. So I keep all these Fisher-Price figures in the same big Tupperware bin. So I figured I would show you guys these Imaginext figures also. I don't have enough of the original Fisher-Price figures. You know, I mean, I have some, but I just didn't want to do 2 videos, so I'm going to do them both now, seeing how a bunch of the ones I have are homage figures. Okay, next up, they took the head of X-Ray Man and put him on one of their space bodies, one of their astronauts. Ah. And he's got like this neat little spaceship. Let's put him back in there. It's kind of cool. I forget what they called him. He wasn't X-Ray Man anymore. Now I think he was like Space Alien or something generic like that, like Alien Pilot or Space Alien something. Next up, and see, they would reuse parts from other figures like that. That's X-Ray Man's head on one of their astronaut bodies, and now that's a new character. This one, I used to love this one. This is Clawtron, which he's a robot, but you know, his head is just basically their motorcycle guy, their motorcycle rider figure. They just painted it black and made his eyes yellow, but that's all it took for a little kid. Now it was a robot, you know, and I ate that shit up. So that's Clawtron. And then the Clawtron homage, which is kind of cool. He's got the claws and he's black with a little space helmet, kind of neat. That's the old one and the new one. These are some astronauts. These are the astronaut suits that they just painted black and put X-Ray Man's head in there to make that alien. This is where the suit came from, was these guys. These are the little astronauts. Whoops. I had tons of adventures with these things when I was a little kid. The astronauts would go on missions and run into Star Trek aliens or aliens from the Star Wars cantina. I like this guy. He's really cool. Sort of looks like the spacesuits in the first Star Trek movie. You know, doesn't it? Kind of look like that suit that Spock was flying around in. It does to me. This guy came in a space set with an alien. Here's the alien. The little ones are the little new homage pieces, and the big one, this big vinyl one, is the original. Just a little soft, let's see, what's it say? 1983. I think that's the year Return of the Jedi came out. So that's the alien, and these two little ones are the new ones, paying tribute to it. They look like babies, little baby monsters. This blue guy is neat. I think he was called Star Knight. I think. Yeah, kind of foggy on that name. But he was a superhero to me when I was a little kid. And this guy's legs don't move. His big feature was see his back, how it has a little clip on it. Well, he would come with like this Nerf type of material hang glider, and you would click him up on it, connect him to it, and then you could launch him, and he would fly with that little glider. They had this blue one, and then they had a yellow one also. And yeah, he would fly along with this little foam, like Nerf type material hang glider. And I think his name was Star Knight. I'm pretty sure it was Star Knight. One of the adventure sets came with this really neat octopus, which is kind of like a translucent material, sort of a orangey see-through color with pink. Anyway, he's really cool. I no longer have the little diver, but I have the monster. I still have the important part, which was the octopus. And next up, this is a race car driver on the right, but I always pretended he was a robot. And sort of an Evel Knievel looking dude with stars and stripes on his outfit. This guy came with a parachute that you would fold up and throw in the air, and he would come back down with a little parachute. So he was like a little daredevil, little Evel Knievel guy, because that shit was big in the 70s. Next are some of these Imaginext figures from Fisher-Price. Of course, I only get the monsters. That one's obviously Godzilla, but done up in a way so they don't get sued by Toho. So it looks like a little dude in a robotic dinosaur costume. That little robot right there is super cool. He's really neat looking. Little yellow guy. Dracula. That's cool. And a mummy. and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Of course, they call it something different. I don't know what they call it, but we know who it's supposed to be, what it is. I wish they would bring back the Adventure People proper. Like, these little guys are cool. These little Imaginext figures are neat. But I wish they would come back, you know, do like a little collector line. It would be really neat. The Grim Reaper. Yeah, some of these, you know, as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. This little ghost is cool. That's a translucent skeleton underneath a glow-in-the-dark sheet. And these little pirate skeletons are cool. I believe that one's a mummy with the gold jewelry on him. And then those ones in the muscle shirts are pirates. There's another mummy. Such neat little figures. So, me being me, I had to customize a bunch of these. I'll show you guys those last. But these little skeletons are so much fun. Such nice little sculpts. So there's a bunch of them. Oops. Stand up. Let's show you the little ghost outside of his little outfit. Oh, trying to do this one-handed. Oh, okay, there I took off his little costume, and he's translucent green. That's neat. And if I'm not mistaken, the little costume glows in the dark. This little flame on his head is, you know, light piping, so you get it behind a light, and it sort of makes his eyes look like they're glowing. Kinda. These are some older little Fisher-Price figures. These ones do glow in the dark. They don't move though. They don't have any points of articulation. There's this skeleton who glows in the dark. This really cool looking mummy. He looks like a Scooby-Doo bad guy. Mummy. And this neat little ghost. Glow in the dark. They made a line of Yetis, which, come on, man, that's cool. Little Yetis, and this next Yeti, he's like the big boss. But this is not Fisher-Price. This is Chapmay, that Chinese company. This is that Animal Planet Yeti figure that was sold at Toys R Us. But Chapmay to me feels like they're trying to do Fisher-Price style toys. And I love this Yeti monster. They made a Bigfoot also. And he came with a little like Arctic Explorer guy and a little cave and these cool blue ice weapons. But it just feels like it's a cousin, sort of. It's the Chinese cousin of Fisher Price. He's very neat looking though. Don't you guys think he's kind of a cool looking monster? It's not Fisher Price, I know that, but it kind of works well with these little Yetis. It's kind of like, you know, their big boss or their, you know, you get past them and then you got to fight him. Okay, and last but not least are the little custom ones I made. So I took some of the astronauts and I made these, I call them Necronauts. So I had to open up those helmets and replace the heads with skulls from those little pirate ones, and then reseal the helmets back up. And I did one on the black one too, on one of the Clawtrons. I made a really neat looking Necronaut with a Mr. Freeze figure. I'll have to show him off. I'll have to show off some of my customs, and you guys will dig him. He's really neat looking. But yeah, I like these little dead astronauts, Necronauts. Anyway, those are the Fisher Price Adventure people, guys, and some Imaginext figures. They're cool. You guys should pick some of these up. If you didn't have them when you were a little kid, you should pick some up now. Just if you're at a toy show and they're not expensive, you should grab some. They're really fun hand candy. You know, they're fun to just hold and fidget with and play around with. They're nice little toys from a simpler time. They're very nostalgic for me. I like them a lot. I have a bunch more that I didn't show you guys. I was going to be up to my ass in adventure people, so I just brought out a bunch that I thought were the more interesting looking ones, but I've got a ton of these. I have like three great big Ziploc bags full of doubles and triples of all these dudes, just because they're addictive and they're fun. So if you like those Glyos figures, now you know what they are a love letter to the interchangeable world of the Micronauts and the fun playability of the Fisher Price Adventure people. And I recommend all three of them: Micronauts, Fisher Price Adventure people, and the Glyos figures from O'Neill. They're very fun. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping back in. I'll have some more videos later. I'm going to get a bunch of cool stuff in for Christmas. So I'll have a cool little monster haul to show you guys. But I'll probably come out with a couple more videos before Christmas. But anyway, I hope your Sunday is going good. And thanks for stopping back by. I always appreciate it, guys. And I'll talk to you later. Okay? Merry Christmas.